you came to the right lesson if you're trying to improve your English vocabulary so that you can talk in English anywhere, anytime. Hey students! I am Teacher Prix and I help English learners achieve their dream of speaking in English so that they can go anywhere, anytime, and talk to anyone. In English, of course. Now guys, improving English vocabulary is a very important step that you must follow if you want to speak in English, whether it is for work or for personal dreams. You just want to speak English, you just want to feel good about speaking English, if you want to travel on vacation, if you want to make friends abroad. So with that in mind, vocabulary will be a very important part of the process. That being said, today I'm going to focus on 3 tips that you need to follow if you're trying to improve your vocabulary for conversations in English. The first tip is, in my opinion, one of the most important ones that unfortunately students tend to ignore, which is understanding that vocabulary is not a skill that you should study separately from the other skills. Here on my channel, I have many vocabulary lessons, tips about phrasal verbs, idioms, expressions, vocabulary for specific situations. But as it's an open channel, I'm always coming here to make videos and give you ideas. You will be the one who will need to organize your study routine. And this is a common problem that students have. They study vocabulary separately from the other English skills. They don't connect them. And this can bring a very negative impact on your English speaking results. But now you may be wondering, okay, Priscilla, you're telling me that I shouldn't focus on studying vocabulary separately from the other English skills. What do you mean exactly? Well, keep watching this video. You will definitely understand this concept if you keep watching and understand the next 2 tips, okay? Tip number 2 will be create a vocabulary practice that combines writing, speaking, and creativity. Yes, your imagination. One common thing that I see English learners doing is they find a new word. Okay. Then they go on the dictionary, hopefully English to English. They get the definition, they paste the definition next to the word, they save it on their Word file or flashcard app, and that's it. I have an example. I have the definition. It's in English. That is great. This is, being a little optimistic because some students, they simply get the translation and the word, and they think that's a vocabulary practice. They create lists and lists and lists of words with their translations, sometimes some examples in English from books, from dictionaries, but at the end of the day, that practice is completely isolated. There's no real context. So you see how it's going to be clear now what I'm trying to say, what I tried to say in tip number 1? Everything is connected. So when I say combine your vocabulary practice with writing, speaking, and creativity, I mean that, of course, it is important that you find the definition in a dictionary. You don't know the word. Duh. This is the first thing you need to do. I agree with you. But now that you found the definition, now that you found a dictionary example, it's time you use that word. And that's a more complete vocabulary practice. So, okay, I learned this new word, I got the definition, I got an example, but now I will create my example. Creativity, haha. And that is an ideal vocabulary practice because you are interacting with the lesson, you are receiving the information, but now you're forcing yourself to use that new word you're learning. And why do I say practice speaking? Well, you can write down an example, then you can record yourself creating a different example, not reading the example you wrote, but trying to create another example. And that will be a more complete practice, but that is not enough. So if you really want to improve your vocabulary and take it to the next level in conversations in English, you have to follow the next tip, because that will be what completes this video so that you can have a more productive vocabulary practice, speak English with more confidence, understand people in English, because very often students think, oh, I don't understand native speakers, and the only explanation they give themselves is, my listening is poor, when in reality, your vocabulary comprehension could be limited, which could explain why it is difficult to understand native speakers, okay? Because here I'm using student-friendly vocabulary. This is also another reason why students understand me so easily. I'm here to help you. I'm here to give you a strategy so that you can achieve your dream of speaking in English, speaking naturally, and understanding people in English. So before I give you tip number 3, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, because believe it or not, YouTube tells me that more than 50% of people who watch my lessons, like my videos, are not subscribed. So come on, it's easy, it won't hurt. Come on, become part of this beautiful community of English learners. We are more than 150,000 subscribers from all over the world, and I'm sure it'll be great to have you here. Now, tip number 3, focus on conversation subjects. Yes, on Monday, well, I don't know when you're watching this video, I posted a video where I talked about English fluency and the steps you need to follow if you want to become a fluent English speaker. And tip number 3 is connected with things I told you about in this video, so you can check it up here or here, somewhere. Anyway, focus on conversation subjects. Oh, I want to talk about money. All right, what exactly? Investing, financing, buying a new home, selling, talking to people at banks. What exactly do you want to talk about? Because this will be better for you to practice. And the words you need, the vocabulary you need to express yourself in those conversations will come to you more naturally, because then you will be trying to talk about something and the words won't come out because you don't know them. Okay, and that's a good sign of, oh, okay, I cannot talk about this conversation subject because you probably have vocabulary limitations. So focusing on conversation subjects can be a very productive way for you to improve your English vocabulary. Because think about it, at the end of the day, why do you want to know more words? To speak. But to speak about what? What conversations do you want to have with people? What exactly do you want to talk about? What are the things you enjoy talking about? Okay? Because think about it. If I go to a bookshop and someone starts a conversation with me, I will tend to guide that person to books I like to talk about, or to the genres of books that I like reading, because it's something that is interesting to me. I'm not going to talk about a book that I don't know about or that I have no idea of. That's why focusing on conversation subjects will be a more productive practice for you, okay? So in my online program, the Real English Academy, for example, all the vocabulary, the BSA, my students study inside each module are connected with a conversation subject. They always study the words that they will find in other parts of the lessons. That's why I say these tips are connected, because studying vocabulary separately from the other skills will be a waste of time, energy, effort, and as a result will not help you achieve the results you want, so that you can speak with more confidence in conversations in English, okay? So focus on conversation subjects. Make a list. Don't be afraid. Make a list. Okay, this week I want to focus on talking at restaurants. I want to have conversations at restaurant. I want to order food. I want to ask about the price. I want to study about food because I don't know much about food. I don't know what kinds of food I like in English. That's a good way for you to go. Oh, I don't want to talk about that. I want to be able to learn more about politics. I want to talk about politics. Good for you. So do more research, okay? Oh, I want to talk more about technology. Technology is very broad. What exactly are you interested in? Are you interested in drones? Are you interested in I don't know much about technology. It's not my biggest thing. Are you interested in computers and latest computer technology? What kind of technological subjects are you interested in? Are you a doctor and you want to learn more about technical terms and surgeries that you are familiar with? So focus on that. Imagine you are a doctor and you want to feel more confident talking about procedures, medical procedures you do. Okay, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know much about that. So what I would do if I were a doctor would be, okay, in the future, I would like to work at a hospital in another country. So I would imagine having to explain a surgery to a patient. I will perform a surgery to a patient, and I've seen that in many medical episodes where the doctor explains in a very friendly way how he's going to perform a surgical procedure in a patient. So, as you are trying to explain that in English, you will immediately think of the words you don't know. And these are exactly the words you should study. This is the vocabulary practice you should have if you want to speak in English. I don't know if you know that. I don't know if it's your first time watching this video, but I study Italian by myself. And a few months ago, maybe a month ago, I'm not sure, I don't remember, I wanted to talk about a very specific subject. As I'm always telling my BSA, you need to have a speaking exercise routine, and I follow the same thing to Italian, when I'm studying Italian. And I decided to practice and record myself talking about that subject. And I immediately got stuck as soon as I started because there were many words I didn't know. So I had to take a step back and follow the practices that I'm recommending to you guys. So I thought, oh, okay, so I need more information about this subject. I cannot talk about it because I am trying to speak about a subject, but I don't have the right preparation. I don't have the vocabulary. And how do you improve your English vocabulary to talk about a particular subject? You explore it in different ways, through important articles you can read, through interesting audios you can listen to, and in those materials you will find the vocabulary you need. And then as you give the right exposure to your brain, to the subject you want to talk about, it'll be easier for you to express yourself, okay? So at the end of the day, guys, what I invite you to have here is a more conscious vocabulary practice. Don't simply learn new words. Focus on things you want to talk about. That is definitely going to be a much better approach to your English vocabulary practice. Other than that, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye!